Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. It is, I guess it's Tuesday. I'm sorry about that. I tried something new today. I guess Tuesday? Yeah, it is Tuesday. Tuesday, and I tried something new today. I did my THC dabs earlier, and I've been coughing and hacking and speaking and reading out loud from a book to try and get my vocal cords and throat all cleared up and non-mucusy. But here's little Dr. Snurf. I traded little Cream, oh, I'm sorry, little guy, so that she's over against the window, over against the wall over there. But now Dr. Snurf is here. I woke him up. He was asleep in his house, and then I got him out of his house, and now he's here, and I'm pulling on his little nub. I love these little hamster tails. They're so cute. But I'm going to put him back in his cage so he can go back to sleep. Here we go, little guy. You go back to sleep. Pull this across so it gets dark again in there. Yay! He's a good little guy. I love hamsters so much. I mean, I know I talk about hamsters all the time, and every time I show them off, I go, oh, I love hamsters so much. But I do. I mean, what can I say? They're awesome critters. There are some other critters I also would like to have as pets, if I ever could. I mean, my eye. Pain there. My apologies. But, I mean, I'd love to have like a chinchilla. Chinchillas are pretty awesome. I mean, I don't, in this point in my life, it wouldn't be a good idea. I mean, I've got 4 hamsters, and I've got a kitty cat. She's getting older, got to take care of her. So, you know, it wouldn't be a good idea right now. But if at any point in my life when things calm down enough that I could get a chinchilla, that would be awesome. I've seen chinchillas in various videos and read up on them, and they seem like really pretty awesome little critters.
Why, oh, why does God hate me when all I want to get high and forget this so-called life? I am so freaking bored.
And then there's like a another, I think it's a South American type critter. It's called like a dagu, or I can't remember exactly where it's from. And so if I'm very wrong on that, sorry, dagu owners. But they're a really cute, awesome colony creature rodent. And not colony creature like ants, but you know, they live in colonies. Like you can have with dwarf hamsters, where they'll live in colonies. And dagu are pretty awesome from what I've read up on. But again, it's like you have to put in a heavy duty investment of time, energy, and emotional stuff into it. So it's not just something you do casually or just 1,001 types of pets. So not something I'd want to do right now. But it's one of those, hey, if I ever could, that sort of thing. If the opportunity came up, I wouldn't say no sort of things. Just like, in a way, I am arachnophobic. I don't like spiders at all. I mean, I don't hate them. I don't anything like that. I don't dislike them. In fact, I find them fascinating. They're very beautiful and terrifying and very alien creatures. I mean, and really weird. They run on hydraulics, unlike any other things. That's why dead spiders curl up, because the hydraulics aren't powerful enough to push the body parts out. So their legs go meow and relax, and they're bizarre and really alien. But I'm arachnophobic, and so spiders are except tarantulas and large spiders. They, while still having my arachnophobia go, they don't really trigger it hard. Like, no, the huntsman spider, they get like this big or whatever, and they have the long naked legs and such. That is a I've seen people that'll have like a huntsman spider in their mouth with the legs coming out, and it's like, So couldn't do anything like that. But the tarantulas, then the other large spiders of that type, is like they're big enough that my brain doesn't really register it as a spider. It's like, that can't be, it's too big. And so it doesn't trigger the arachnophobia. It triggers the, I don't think that can be a spider, right? And so I can understand wanting to keep them as a pet. And I could see myself letting a tarantula crawl on my hand. Whereas an actual spider, like the one time I stood up to do something, just like right here, turned around and a fat-bellied spider, orb spider, had come down on a single thread. Whereas if I had been sitting here, it would have gone bonk right onto my head. That is enough that, I mean, I'm still shuddering now just thinking about it. But a tarantula on my hand, it's like, that's not really a spider. And so I can understand people that have spiders. They're fascinating creatures. Again, not one of the actual ones. The only reason I can tolerate having spiders in the corners is because I have to rationalize it, because they're not evil things. They're good. They eat bugs. They keep the place better for you. So as long as they stay out of the areas that I live in, because I don't live in the corners. I don't deal with the corners. They can be in the corners. I fight against my arachnophobia for that. But then, I've said this before, and I'll probably mention it again. I've always been contrary that way. When I lived in Bellingham, Washington, on High Street, Bellingham is even now especially, a college town. Oh, that's nice. Spam calls at this time of the morning. Yeah, I don't think so. All I have is a landline. But Bellingham is a college town, and I lived at the end of a street, a college housing street. And it was just a dump of a house, but it was cheap. There were no level floors anywhere in the place. But I would always go down into the basement, which was a big open beam, dirt on the far wall sort of basement. And it was just dark, and the open beamed walls were clotted with spiders and spider webs, and directly under my bedroom was what was probably supposed to be a storage room, but it was actually more of a spider room. You open up the door and there was just junk and enough cobwebs that I wasn't going to go in there. And so I would still, when I'd get hammered, I'd go down into the basement, into the middle of all of that, just because I was arachnophobic. Just because it bothered me to be down there. Just because I didn't want to be there. Because I was not going to let irrational fears rule my behavior. I still am that way now, just modified through time and age and experience. I was like 30 years old when I was doing that, and now I'm 56. I'm still contrary, just contrary in different ways, usually in self-damaging fashion, but such is life on that as well. And this here, I wanted to talk about this. This is from a drawing, doodle, not drawing, a doodle sort of thing. Back when I was in high school and such, I used to, and when I was doing, especially when I was a part of an APA, I drew all the time. I doodled everything and all the time. But one of the things that I was doing was just weird covers for these APAs, and one was like Tales from the Blasted Sponge, and it was just a drawing of a giant sponge with a small stick figure on it going, "There's nobody on this blasted sponge but me!" So that was Tales from the Blasted Sponge. But I've got all these really bizarre short stories and such that I want to write, some that I've got ideas just from titles, because back when I worked in Bellingham as a nurse's aide at this one place, a friend and I one night were rattling off stupid titles at each other. and coming up with stupid ideas for what the stories would be. But we had, like, you know, the gift-wrapped goat and other tales of mystery, the six-chambered fireplace, the terrible time tuba. And so there's a lot of really good stories just in the stupid titles that I can barely remember that I'd like to get done. And then there's a series of stories that I've got to write, but they're really stupid underneath the really, well, they're stupid titles. Stupid titles and stupid stories because of the stupid titles. Like, there's one story about the mafia getting rid of this one guy called Miles. And, you know, he's just like, no, don't do this. And, you know, he gets shoved into like a food processing thing. And so the story is called Miles to Go. Because, hey, miles to go. It's... And stuff like that. And Duck Face and Water Bowl, about a guy who gets drowned by people holding his face in a toilet. So he's a criminal and he ends poorly, but it's Duck Face and Water Bowl. And Fat Stars Over 3 Stars Over Clown's Head is a ballooning tragedy about these network stars, not network stars, but, you know, a local TV thing, but they go out to a hot air ballooning thing, and a tragedy occurs when they collide with another balloon that's shaped like a clown's head, and they all die. So it's 3 stars over clown's head. Really weird stuff like that, where the title is direct, tells you exactly what's going to happen, but it's still kind of a surprise, even though you know the title says it. And so I got a bunch of stuff like that. I've been thinking of, there's places like Lulu and Vanity Self-Publishing. If I do Vanity Self-Publishing for weird stuff like that, maybe I would have a Tales from the Blasted Sponge available now. Who knows? If I do, of course, I'll talk about it. What are the odds I'll do it? I can't even sit down to write because of my lack of energy. That's the biggest part, and the worst part for me, aside from the pain of fibromyalgia, is the not having the energy anymore. It's when I go out walking and I do my 6-mile walk, I am done and broken when I get back. I don't stay up for hours. I don't even play games. In fact, I sit, I listen to videos, and I hurt, and I just sit. I just sit. I don't even have enough energy to play games anymore. My battery is as close to 0 as it gets before I go to bed. I wish my batteries would charge up more than they used to, but fibro is just... I wish more people understood it. I wish the medical healthcare field understood it better. I wish they had better plans on how to deal with a lot of the things. Fatigue is just, that one is, it sucks so much. But what can you do? So I do what I try. I do what I try. I try to do what I can. There we go. That was much better English. I try to do what I can. And it's just, remember, your brain, just by running your body, uses up anywhere from 18 to 33% of all the calories you take in. And uses up all them nutrients. And that's just by working your body. When you pump thinking on top of that, you can use up 50% of all the energy in your body just to keep your brain running. Yes, you can exhaust yourself by thinking. Oof duh. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And one day I'm gonna figure out how to do videos, the exercise I need to do to stay healthy, and get writing in there too, because it's hard, because I'll lean forward to write and it's just, I don't have the energy to even get the words running out from my head to my hands. But one day, By gum and by golly. Because I'm getting better. I'm getting better up here. And that's a very good thing. And hey, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, so I hope you had your seatbelts on. No warning, and at 90 miles an hour, bam, 90-degree turn. And I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Thumbs up the ones I read, answer as many as I can. Thank you very much for having done so. If I mispronounce your username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. I do my very, very best. And it's a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, I'm getting better. I'm getting much better, but I'm still only about 25% of what everybody else out there is. I'm on my way, though. I'm on my way. But I don't know where I'm going. Mordekaiser Tan, thank you so very, very much. And Rossley Ismail, thank you very, very much. Richard Morales, greatly appreciated. Un13, thumbs up. And Jai Thompson, greatly appreciated. Kathy Kitscat, greatly appreciated. Gabe Bergeron, thumbs up and thank you. And Evan Alexander, thank you very, very much. Joshua Swanson, thumbs up and thank you. Bryce Islet, I bet Bryce is, thumbs up for that. Oganan, thank you very, very much. And I'll answer that question you have here today, too. And Peter Griffiths, thank you very, very much. Danaki, no, I just thanked you, didn't I, Danaki 10? Yeah, so let's go with Chris as well, in case. Crocodile Keys Productions and Big Frogums, thumbs up and thank you. Colin Gartland, so sorry about that, Chris, and the other that you kind of got all tangled up into that one. My sincere apologies. Mr. Bandito, greatly appreciated. Legacy 2025, thumbs up and thank you. Sabs02, thumbs up and thank you very, very much. Cade Hicks, greatly appreciated. Pepita Abel, thumbs up and thank you. And Paladin Walliam, hey, it's been a while since I've seen you in the comments. Thank you very much. And Pepita, no, did that one too. Jessica Sutton, thank you very much. I have no ideas where I am in the counting now because I keep trying to say everybody's name 3 or 4 times. And Bleach, thank you all so very, very much. Again, I know I was nowhere close because of my getting lost there. My sincere apologies. This part of my arm. This is the only part of me that still hurts right now. Is right here. This. Because it's still occasionally sharp. And even when it's not sharp, it's just sore. And that's fatiguing. And so, I hope I didn't do anything bad there. I mean, it's not all the time does it hurt sharply, so it must be just muscle. Anyway, though. Oh, come on. I'm sorry, my brain. If you can check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, that would be very, very cool. Greatly appreciated. Like one of these beautiful and awesome people, truly. Thumbs up and thank each and every one of you. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and I do deposit them on the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. And a couple GoFundMe campaign donations went through. I had about $20 and I was able to buy some food. Thank you very much. Again, it is greatly appreciated. Being able to eat is a wonderful thing. Thank you. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. A definite thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very awesome. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you don't want to. I mean, I barely know who I am. I'm finding this out every day. But thank you very much for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. And I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time, which will hopefully be more than like tomorrow morning or something. Personally, I'd like to see time never come to an end, but I don't get a vote, do I? I mean, I do, just not on referendums like that. Not that it would matter if we could vote on referendums. What I mean is reality doesn't have me. So, am I going to have a reaction today? I do not know. Again, as my video stated, I don't know what's going to happen daily with my brain, so we shall see. But hopefully, I do have a game video I have to Reddit and enter. edit and render. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing.